They promise you the dream. They promise you the style of Steve McQueen with the reliability of a modern Toyota. But for thousands of riders in 2026, that dream has turned into a nightmare. Buying a retro motorcycle is dangerous. You buy it with your heart, not your head. You look at the chrome, the round headlight, and the leather seat, and you hand over your credit card. But 6 months later, you are stuck with a bike that vibrates your fillings loose, rusts if you look at it wrong, or loses half its value the moment you ride it off the lot. I have combed through the forums, the ownership reports, and the used market listings to find the 12 retro motorcycles that owners secretly regret buying. We are talking about overpriced toys, plastic fakes, and engineering disasters. And the bike at number 1? It is a betrayal of one of the biggest names in motorcycle history. Let's save you some money. Starting at number 12, we have the Benelli Imperiale 400. On the surface, this bike seems like a steal. It's cheap, it looks authentically Italian, even though it's made in China, and it captures that 1950s vibe perfectly. But here is the regret: the weight. This bike is built like a tank, literally. It weighs over 450 pounds. That is heavy for a middleweight cruiser. But this isn't a middleweight. It's a 374 cubic centimeter single cylinder, making only 20 horsepower. The power-to-weight ratio is tragic. Owners report that merging onto a highway is terrifying. You are wide open throttle, vibrating like a jackhammer, and barely doing 65 miles per hour. It's fine for the city, but the moment you try to leave town, you realize you made a mistake. It's a sheep in wolf's clothing. Number 11 is a case of sibling rivalry. The Kawasaki Z650RS. Now, let's be clear, this is a reliable bike. It starts every time. It handles well. So why do owners regret it? Because it lives in the shadow of its big brother, the Z900RS. The 650RS feels like a budget compromise. The engine doesn't look retro. It looks like a modern generator they forgot to hide. The sound is a dull lawnmower drone, unlike the screaming inline-4 of the 900. Owners buy this to save money, but every time they park next to a Z900RS at a cafe, they feel a pang of jealousy. They realize they bought the diet soda version of a muscle bike. The regret here isn't mechanical failure. It's the feeling that you settled for second best. At number 10, we have a MASH X-Ride 650. Visually, this is a 10 out of 10. It copies the legendary Yamaha XT500 perfectly. It has the gold wheels, the round headlight, the stance. It looks like fun, but living with it is a battle. MASH is a French brand that manufactures in China, and the quality control is, let's say, inconsistent. Owners report rust appearing on bolts after the first rain shower. The big single-cylinder engine vibrates so violently that it cracks license plates and loosens fasteners. You have to carry a toolkit with you because things literally fall off. If you love wrenching and fixing things, maybe it's okay. But if you just want to ride, you will hate this machine within a month. Number 9 is Italian, so you expect some quirks. The Moto Guzzi V9 bobber. It has that cool, blacked-out look and those fat tires that everyone loves. The engine has character for days, but the ergonomics are a disaster. Moto Guzzi uses a transverse V-twin, meaning the cylinders stick out the sides. On the bigger bikes, this is fine. On the smaller V9, the cylinders are perfectly positioned to smash into your kneecaps. If you're over 5'9", your knees will rest against the hot engine heads. Hit a bump, bang, kneecap against metal. It is painful. Owners often sell these bikes with very low miles because they simply can't get comfortable. It's a design flaw that ruins the ride. Number 8 is arguably the most beautiful motorcycle on this list. The CCM Spitfire. Hand-welded frames, artisan leather, limited production runs. It is rolling art. But motorcycles are meant to be ridden, not parked in a living room. The regret here is practicality. The fuel tank is microscopic. You're lucky to get 80 miles before the light comes on. Actually, there isn't a light because the dash barely tells you anything. The seat is a plank of wood. There is no weather protection. It is purely a Sunday toy for rich people. Owners regret buying it because they realize they can never actually go anywhere on it without a support van following them with gas and a cushion. At number 7, we have the photocopy. The Brixton Cromwell 1200. This is a bike built to target the Triumph Bonneville T120. It looks the same, it has a 1,200 cubic centimeters engine, and it costs less. So why the regret? Depreciation. Brixton is a newer brand without the 100-year history of Triumph. When you try to sell a used Cromwell, nobody wants it. They all want the real Triumph. Owners find out the hard way that saving $2,000 up front costs them $5,000 in resale value later. Plus, the dealer network is tiny. If something breaks, good luck finding a mechanic who knows how to fix it. It's a false economy. We are halfway through the list. If you're getting angry because your bike is on this list, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reading the ownership reports. And trust me, the top 6 are even more controversial. Number 6 is unique. The Janus Halcyon 450. It's built in Indiana, USA. It is handcrafted. It looks like something your great-grandfather rode in 1925. The regret here is purely financial. They charge nearly $15,000 for this bike. And what is powering it? A single-cylinder engine based on an old Honda design, manufactured in China and Italy. You are paying premium Harley or BMW money for a bike that has the performance of a dirt bike for $1995. It tops out at 90 miles per hour if you're brave. Owners love the looks, but eventually, the reality sets in. They paid a fortune for a slow, novelty item. It's hard to justify that price tag when a Royal Enfield does the same job for a third of the price. Number 5. The big Ducati Scrambler 1100. The smaller, 800 cubic centimeter Scramblers are huge hits. They are fun, light, and easy. So Ducati thought, let's make it bigger. They ruined it. The 1100 is heavy, thirsty, and expensive. But the biggest regret? The heat. It has an underseat exhaust system that routes massive pipes right next to your thighs. In the summer, it is unbearable. It literally cooks you. It's a city bike that you can't ride in city traffic because it overheats you and the engine. Owners trade these in for the lighter, cooler 800 cubic centimeters version all the time. Bigger is not always better. At number 4, the Germans dropped the ball. The BMW R18. Visually, this is a masterpiece. The exposed drive shaft, the deep chrome, the paint, it is perfection. But you can't ride it comfortably. Because of those massive boxer cylinders sticking out the sides, you cannot have forward foot controls. Your feet are trapped in a mid-control position that feels cramped. On a cruiser, you want to stretch out. On the R18, you're sitting like you're on a kitchen chair. Your shins hit the intake tubes, and your knees cramp up after an hour. It is a massive touring bike that you can't actually tour on. The depreciation on these has been brutal because the used market is flooded with them. Number 3 is a tragedy. The Norton Commando 961. The name is legendary. The styling is the definition of a British cafe racer. But ownership is a nightmare of anxiety. The company has gone through bankruptcy, scandals, and ownership changes multiple times. Getting parts is difficult. Finding a mechanic who wants to touch it is even harder. Owners regret buying it not because the bike isn't cool. It is incredibly cool, but because they are terrified it will break and turn into a $20,000 paperweight. You aren't just buying a motorcycle. You are buying into a soap opera of corporate drama. Number 2 might surprise you. The Yamaha XSR700. This bike sells well. The engine, the CP2 parallel twin, is legendary. It's bulletproof, but as a retro bike, it's a lie. Owners regret it because it feels cheap. That vintage gas tank, its plastic cover screwed over a steel tank. The round headlight looks like it was bought on eBay and slapped on as an afterthought. The frame is covered in messy wires and hoses. It's what we call lazy retro. Owners buy it wanting a vintage experience, but they end up with a plastic modern bike playing dress-up. Eventually, they sell it to buy a Z650RS or a Triumph just to feel some actual metal. Here it is, the number 1 regret of 2026. The Harley-Davidson Nightster. This bike was supposed to be the replacement for the legendary Sportster 883. It had huge shoes to fill, and it failed to fill them. Owners feel betrayed. Why? Because it feels like an appliance. The gas tank is a plastic airbox cover. The Real fuel is under the seat. The engine is liquid-cooled and sounds like a sewing machine compared to the old Evo Rumble. It costs nearly $14,000, yet it has less soul than the $9,000 bike it replaced. It's a tech-heavy, plastic replica of a legacy. Owners buy it thinking they're joining the Harley Brotherhood, only to realize the old-school guys laugh at it. It is the ultimate buyer's remorse, paying more to get less emotion. That's the list. 12 bikes that promised the retro dream, but delivered a modern headache. Did I miss one? Tell me in the comments which bike disappointed you the most. If you want to see the best retro motorcycles that will last forever, click this video right here. I'll see you in the next one. Ride safe.